is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C. And in this particular podcast show, if y'all are listening, this is another of many of my bonus episodes with podcasts. As far as right now, what I mean by bonus, just to let y'all know, shout out to my podcast, my YouTube fam that have been listening to my videos and who will listen in the future. What I mean by bonus podcast is this is episode 60, so this is like a little milestone because I'm on episode 60, y'all, of my 365 video journey, which, like I said, I'm trying to do for a whole entire year. When I do a video, start October 8, 2019, and my goal is to stop on 2020, the same day. Sorry, y'all. I actually am pre-recording. I have some stuff to say, and I wanted to at least get my podcast out the way, so that way I wouldn't be almost at midnight and, Friday night try to do my podcast. Now, shout out to y'all, like I said, if y'all listen to my YouTube. And like I said, I use Speaker as my main distributor, and also use their recording app to create my podcast / YouTube video, because that's where it directly goes as well. Now, that's a notification. That's why I also want to warn y'all too, as with this app, and maybe because I'm using the phone until I get, get some cash together, stack and save, and able to get some more equipment where I start doing my laptop and getting, like a nice little microphone, get all, professional. But it's also very convenient to use this phone. So sometimes, y'all, if y'all hear any clicks or anything, that is on my side. Like, that was just a notification on my email. And I might get a notification by YouTube's, or maybe occasional calls. So I realized that I need to start saying this at the beginning of my podcast, just in case if anybody's wondering, like, is it somewhere on their phone? Is it Mercury retrograde playing tricks on me early? Whatever. No, it's coming from mine end. Anyway, y'all, I wanted to talk about a couple things, whatever. Now, like I said, today is day 60 of my video journey. And in a minute, it'll be like, episode 60, you might as well say, a couple more days of my podcast. But it's a little milestone because consistently I managed to do some type of video, even though most of them have been podcasts as opposed to showing my face and my lovely face on YouTube. I'm like, wow, because like I said, life happens. And even though, y'all, I need to get back on, I'm repetitive that I keep saying this, as far as YouTube, as far as doing my series, whatever, review, in a minute, I'm going to actually talk about probably, it's not being indecisive, it's just, I don't know if I'm going to end up doing this show or not. Because I was just talking about in the episode, my past podcast for yesterday's, which would be day 59, or I think this episode 54 on the podcast. Now, y'all, the reason why I wanted to bring a Black Include Chicago real quick is that, I have more than one sister, but my sis, named Nick, she's also my bestie, but she's my sister first, she, I asked her, I asked her a couple times, for a couple, like suggestions. Should I review this show? Should review this one? Blah, 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 during the summertime. And when Power came back on, whatever, she suggested that, but I ended up changing my mind about the Power. The season with Black Ink Crew Chicago and the way it was going, I ended up changing my mind. And the way it went, I'm glad I did not. But based on just listening, if y'all, like I said, this is part 2 for y'all. If y'all listen to the one I said, did this last recording podcast, I said I was actually watching Bonnie Blue's Black Ink Crew Chicago review, and now it makes me almost want to watch the show and possibly not only watch it, but review it. And it kind of, also, it made me want to watch it because, number one, Lily's off there. Let's just keep it real. They can keep Junior off there as well. But I did notice, I didn't pay attention. I started back following Ryan again because I'm still following 4 and both Van. But I haven't, I just like pictures here and there, but paying attention now and listening and realize, I'm like, wait a minute. And I even started following Charlamagne. I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't seen a Wild Van in any pictures with the rest of the Black Ink crew. Okay, he's still doing his stuff. He still got his gorilla gear. He shows his family. He be, grilling on that grill. He know the season. Got a little chef boy in him. And other than that, I haven't seen him late. Now, 4, of course, you'll see sometime 4, and he has Don, and sometimes have Ryan in his picture, stuff like that. But I haven't noticed Van on there. And, you just look in the comments of YouTube. So, on Bonnie Blue's page, I'll go back because I wanted to get this before going back to, it's only been a couple minutes I started watching Ashley Miller's review. Now, after I originally, was going to do, I tried to get Black Ink Compton a chance, and I only did the first episode, and it was one of those shows I first started, I was going like, okay, I got a little bit behind, and I'm just going to make it up. I realized after watching everybody else's reviews about the show further on, I don't regret only doing that one show. And the way it was set up at first seemed like the chance was going to be like more of a promising show. And then, excuse me, y'all, I don't know why I'm yawning and I'm not sleepy, But anyways, just let y'all know it might be a couple times I'm yawning. But anyways, the way with Black Ink Chicago is going, I may take my sis Nick advice and may do Black Ink Review Chicago. I'm deciding. Like I said, y'all, I am, but like I said, I'm determined. I'm getting, the little steps there. I'm feeling better. Things are turning around. I mean, you supposed to think like that anyway, but like I said, it just end up, slipping, and it's like I said, I'm behind in Oval. I'm behind in a show I haven't started yet. But when I see Starcast and the way it's going and everything, I'm like, no, I know it's late and it's weird that they're going to be doing a show in the middle of the season, but why not? Okay, why not? And just make up and start putting, the shows together. And I'm behind with Housewife of Atlanta. So for me to put another show there, and definitely I gotta damn near do about 70% of Love at the Lockup before next season beginning of next month / next year. But people gonna be home for the holidays, end of year stuff, whatever. I'm like, I'm just gonna take my time and get into it, and just what shows have, and then y'all can enjoy your popcorn Christmas cookie, the 3-section popcorns and stuff with y'all, the caramel and the caramel, cheese, and butter, the tin can. Y'all know the damn Santa can get a tin can popcorn and able to enjoy. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say what days, but it was a couple stuff that I was going to get done that I need to get done, at a certain date personally for me, and get it done by there. But I did hit a little milestone because I'm like, okay, this is day 30. Even though, sometimes it's 30, there are 31 days and a couple of these months of the year, I still looking like, wow, I'm at day 60. I have not missed a day yet. And that is my goal, is to be consistent, but just do something right. But like I said, there are people that I watch that do this every day. I don't know whether it's pre-recorded. Like I said, one of the people I know that I watch that has a video consistently every day, and I've been paying attention at least a year and a half or almost 2 years. Probably it's been 2 years that I've watched him, has been an evangelist, Gabriel. I forgot what his last name is. Gabriel. And I watch, ministry. I'll be watching his, sometimes, a prayer every day. He gives a prophet word every day, whatever. I've been following him, still continue to follow him. He's the only person that I've seen so far that has a video exactly every day. It's somebody else I start watching too, I think, every day. But it's very rare that somebody has a new, fresh video every day. And I've seen, like I said, who else? But they were doing like for 100 days. I think Jay Lee's Corner's mom, Emma Lee's, she has a channel too. And I think she had like something for 100 days. Or I've seen people who done stuff like, even if doing a month and consistently doing like Vlogmas. And y'all, I know I'm off the subject, but in the hashtag, I've seen Podcastmas. That's what I'm going to put down on videos And if I feel, but I didn't do it when I did the live video the other day real quick. I didn't put Vlogmas. I didn't put nothing down. I just said my days 50 cents for the 4 views I count on it. But anyway, I put Podcastmas because, like I said, if y'all listened to the video the other day and I was trying to see what to put down as a hashtag, because you got up to 20 hashtags you put in here when you upload through Speaker. I was like, wait a minute. I don't even know what the heck to put down because I was going to put down Don't Stop November, but that is dealing with sexual stuff. And I'm just like, that was not my goal. I ain't trying to tell people. I mean, don't stop till you get enough. That's a nice way of saying it. I mean, because of people, like I said, that was not my goal. To be saying, don't stop till you get enough. I'll just leave it as that. Okay. Now, anyways, y'all, I wanted to talk about possibly reviewing the show because of the subject it's basically seeing another side of like Ryan and possibly like we're seeing like getting him mental health. And if y'all know this backstory about the tragedy that's, like with Ryan, like with his family it was actually on a show called Fatal Attraction. And I don't want to get all into it, but it just seems like it's a different turn of the show. And it makes it seem like it's probably worth liking again. Because, to be honest, the way it's going, out of all the 3, Black Ink shows, I don't know if they're going to renew Compton or not. No offense, but it was... But Black Ink, the original one, I was originally thinking about reviewing them as well. And I was like, oh, hell no. No, I'm good. Okay, no. I know that was the first show when I started YouTube to it, not making a couple of videos where I said hi and bye. And I did one review like No Pain and Gain, that film that came out with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg and all that stuff. But my first review I always count like the September the 23rd of 2013 was actually my YouTube anniversary as far as being a YouTuber personally to me. And the first show I did review was Black Ink New York. So that's why I thought, like, maybe I should try it because they were the first shows. That's when I started, to get, part of my YouTube fam. And originally, but, things have changed. It's 2019, and it's about to be 2020. Okay? I've been blessed. I made another year. So I'm like, now... Just because that was a show I started doesn't mean I'm old to keep reviewing and recapping that show just because it's the first show I started out with reviewing. So I'm thinking about it, but I don't know for sure if I should add Black Ink Chicago to it. Because like I said, the last couple seasons have been where I was like, whatever. And the last time I didn't, I just chose not to. But I also seen this, y'all. When I added to Ryan, Ryan, I mean, he's a very talented artist. I'm not trying to sit here and say, he's fine, okay? He is fine. And it has nothing to do because he has this we grow suave hair and shit. He is fine, okay? He's handsome. Then he got the nerve sitting up here on swollen shit now on top of that, okay? I'm not saying I'm only watching because he's attractive because, there was some decent dudes on there besides Brian on there too, okay? But what I'm saying is that he up here showing slow-mo on the arm. He ain't showing the shit, chest enough. But he got, when, the shirt, top shirts on, and you see his arms and stuff and so much. I'm just like, you know what? If they do like, a new version of, like the Samson story, or something like that. I don't know what I was thinking about this, y'all, but when I see one of his recent, I just got off Instagram and seen him in slow-mo, y'all, I was thinking about like, wow, you know what, if they make a Samson movie or like some, like an action figure type of movie where it's like a African King or somewhere, or they make like a Samson movie, they should probably have Ryan play it, cause he, the hair, the muscle, cause he was strong as hell, they can get him, or if he played like some super black action hero or something like that. Yeah. I'm just like, I need to stop watching this, but he very nice, okay? But that's not the only reason I'm watching the show, just because he's fine, okay? And he's a talented tattooist. It's just seeing but y'all, I'm not gonna put in spoilers about the review because I have not watched the show yet, and I still don't know if I want to watch the show. But after hearing about it, and maybe if I watch it, I may change my mind. Still, y'all need to find out. Maybe try to do. Like I said, I'm not gonna say, but my goal is to get that done by this month or whatever. Is to possibly talk about the podcast with, like I said, with Self-Esteem Queen Mo, they're talking about human trafficking and stuff. I feel like that is very important to talk about and get recognition about not just think from a story of her being a phenomenal woman and being a survivor of that, but also helping people and, like I said, bring awareness to this problem that has been around. But now how we're starting to get more notices of this on Instagram and so forth. Okay. So anyways, besides like possibly deciding about finally listening to my sis named Nick. I usually call her sis. I've been calling her that like about 5 years now or something like that. We call her sis. That's became our new name. But that's the same as my nephew. He calls his sister, which is my niece, sister. He does not call her anything. Just people give a nickname like that's really a nickname. That's the same thing my sis calls me. We call each other sis. Sis. Hey sis. Sis. That just became our name. So anyways, other than that, I wanted to talk more about the Abominable, y'all. I want to talk about Linnell real quick. I just seen a snippet of her talking about the Marion and April situation and the Fizz to Flat. And, just to let y'all know, Linnell is a legend as well. She always had the low light fade with the blonde cut, whatever, but she is a legend again. Just like Hope Flood. I've seen her the other day. I didn't know, like, New Jake Fox. I didn't even know Hope Flood originally is from Michigan and Benton Harbor. I honestly don't know where the hell that is. It's somewhere in Michigan. Probably, like, a little bitty city, that. And I didn't know Sinbad's here, which is also a legend as well. So, you never know. But it was just, like, seeing these legends and stuff like that. And I know Hope Floyd, knew Sinbad. So, anyways, talk about certain stuff. It was just hilarious, and I realized I gotta find like a CD or something with, or something to find, not a CD. Those really exist, or see some Linnell material, because Linnell is like I said, is a legend. Whatever hell happened to the comedian Montana? Remember, y'all remember the days of Comicview? Okay, Comicview. Y'all don't know what the hell that is actually was a show that. If they had cousin, they blurted out. But a lot of, 9 times out of 10, most of the time, black comedians were on this show. And sometimes, like, I think Gary Osman, I hope I'm saying his name right. And, Sir Camille's come on there. But it was funny. So they had different hosts. They had, like, okay, I don't think Earthquake was, I don't know if ever the host. D.L. Hughley was a host. Montana was a comedian and a host on there too. One of her most famous quotes I remember personally was her talking about giving a guy a coochie coupon. Okay, and if it was good, if it was so good, she would one time gave a guy a coochie credit card. Okay, but what I was saying is, come to think about it, once Comicview left and she was like, no longer like the host. Come to think about it, speaking of Comicview, I haven't honestly heard about Montana. I heard, like, even like with Leslie. That's what I found out. The comedian Leslie, the woman from Saturday Night Live, the tall Amazon woman, what I like to call her, she has always been funny as hell. Okay, does Leslie even have like her own stand-up, whatever, like she just by herself or something? But she needs one, because like I said, she's funny as hell. She's a legend as well to me. And she, oh my gosh, like I said, when she used to be on Comicview, that's probably, I don't know if she was on Def Jam or whatever at the same time, but like I said, that was another show. But the difference was, when people were on Def Jam, that was cussing, it was unedited. That was the difference. And I think also Def Jam was in a comedy, was also in a bigger spot, and Martin Lawrence, I remember, used to be the host. I forgot who else was bringing hosts. I know, God rest his soul, the comedian Ricky Harris and the actor Ricky Harris used to be on there, Steve Harvey, all of this, all different ones. So, I just come to think about it. Like I said, what happened to Montana? You got some more, you got all these other different actor, comedians that came from either or both shows. And Deborah, remember Deborah that used to be on Mad TV? She an actress as well. I remember her from Uptown Comedy Club, y'all. That was a show on there, and it used to come on like Saturday night, whatever. And I think it was on 1 or 2 seasons, but it was kind of like they had stand up, they had like sketches they'll have in the middle or sometime on the stage, and they have a musical guest. Actually, one time before I think SWB became popular, Lily from there was on there, and they had like this little so-called little dating thing, whatever. And Chris Rock, not Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, wrong Chris, was on there. Us actually on Uptown Comedy Club as well. He probably was on Def Jam, but just remembering, y'all, it was 3 popular. I don't, like I said, Deborah used to be part of the cast of Uptown Comedy Club. That's why I remember her before her joining Mad TV. And like I said, who else? But I forgot. It was Jimmy. Like I said, it was a couple people. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to think about Tracy Morgan was from Uptown Comedy Club too. Okay, I remember him from there. Before, I think he wasn't on also Saturday Night. Tracy Morgan been in a lot of stuff since then. But he, what I'm saying, I remember him from there as well. So just remember this. Well, good. This changed to another subject I thought it was going to be. I'm still not talking about. I just got thrown off, y'all. I told you this is rambling sessions, whatever. I just come talk about what comes to mind, and I started talking about Linnell a little bit. And some people may not know Linnell, but I'll go back to when she was talking about the Marion thing, because it was actually the original target I was talking about. So, anyways, when I talked about like the comment, like I said, y'all, do y'all remember these comedy clubs? I mean, like I said, of course, some people know about Comicview. They came on BET. Def Jam Comedy came on HBO, and it was another show that came on there called Snapped. But I think they must have got canceled at the one scene, because nobody really talked about it. I only seen one show on it, and it was based like, your mama is so old, or blah, 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 those type of jokes. It was profanity in there, shit. But, it wasn't like a show that, like Def Comedy Jam. But it seemed like a spin-off, and it was kind of like, like I said, your mama's is, because that was the same thing sometimes they had at the end of Uptown Comedy Club sketches, too. I remember that. Like, they have Your Mama session. It was a lot. But like I said, I don't know if anybody really remembers Uptown Comedy Club that much. But it was a show. I think it ran for a couple years. And it kind of was like another version of like... It kind of reminded me a little bit, if y'all remember Living Color. But it wasn't like... Like I said, personally, I never see much about Uptown Comedy Club as opposed to knowing more about Living Color, besides watching it and still people knowing about that, or who came from that, and the family, and, Jennifer a little bit, whatever it was, the dancers, certain people, it was a difference. But, I mean, they didn't have a dance crew at Uptown Comedy Club, but it was one of those shows out of the 3 that I just mentioned that was popular for comedians, especially, the black, the permanent tan, us folks, that was out, And remember, y'all, also BET had their own, like, comedy competition. And Little J, and awesome, I think his name is Jay. Now, I recently had found him, the little Jay, who actually had won the comedian, the first time they had, like, the comedy thing, and it was somebody else. And then it seemed like the show didn't last that long when they had, like, this competition. There was also one on NBC, too, where they had, like, a comedy. I don't know if they still have that. The Last Comic Standing, I think it's called. I forgot the one on BET. Yeah, but that's what I was just talking about. And I just ran on to something else. Now, going back when I was talking about the Marion April thing, it was just, like I said, you have to see Linnell Vlad TV and check that out, because that is hilarious. Her response. Like, Linnell is a G. But anyway, what I want to talk about is Ashante has now been added to the Millennium Tour, also known as Fuck Your Couch, Fuck You Fizz the Flat. That's pretty much what that is, okay? So, she's been added to the tour since yesterday or something like that. She's been adding. So I'm like, okay, maybe she got enough hits. Shantae got enough bops where, you know, but it's just interesting because she's the only woman on this tour this time. And, you know, they got her added, like, you know, somebody, you know, did their computer graphics, and they added, because first I was like, okay, they still got everybody, sorry about notification, they still got everybody on the damn tour, but it's just that now they just got, like, they edit, you know, on the lower corner, they got Ashanti, and she's the special guest. So she is going to be, a part of the show as well, y'all, okay? So, I'm wondering how is this going to turn out. Alright? But not turn out, but I'm like, of course, since Lord on there, they're probably gonna do that song Southside. I hope so. And it's just kind of interesting that Ashanti's on the tour, and you know how they've been having a couple meetings, people ask a question, they should come out with a Millennium Tour to have women on it. Well, they added a woman on there. Not to say they don't have women that came out around the time of B2K and the early 2000s came, and, you know, like, those groups. But when I think about it, yeah, they had women there. But come to think about it, how many women besides, okay, let's go ahead. Do we have enough women in the tour that we could possibly make a tour and it be successful where people not going to butt heads? Okay. Let me give a couple of lists. If they were going to make a woman, predominantly a millennium, Black Girls Rock Tour, whatever they're going to do, whatever. Here we go. Now, as far as around that time, Tierra Marie, some people, you know, I think suggested her, whatever. But the thing is, Tierra Marie is talented, she knows to sing and so forth. But besides Make It Feel Good, which she already was singing this damn song when she was a kid, well, you know, a lot of them were. What other songs did she come out to stick out besides Sponsor? I think was one of those shows that stuck out. Okay. Sierra could definitely headline on it if they were going to do that. Anne Marie, besides Ashanti, could also be on there. Because, you know, even though they said, you know, her first album, you know, it was different, she had hits after that album. Okay, she could just do the songs on the first damn album if she wanted to. Who else? Of course, Lil' Kim was still, you know, be rapping. She could be on the tour to whatever. By that time, no offense, but Foxy, I think when she did that last album, I don't know, or the last time when she was performing all this stuff, I don't know, but I'm just saying question mark, and if they were able to get along with stuff, and if Fox was able to, I'm just trying to think, when was her last album, I don't know, it wasn't like the early 2000s, but by this time, I'm just going by the time of where these guys, you know, like B2K and them, Soulja Boy and all of them came out around that same time. Because some people say about Tiffany Evans, and Tiffany, yeah, she's a talented singer. But a lot of people only going to remember her for that Promise Ring song, which is featuring Sierra. And then Karina passed like Slow Motion or 90s Baby. I forgot who it was, but she was supposed to come out. It seemed like she was supposed to be more like out there. You know what I'm saying? Like she's underrated. I'm like, I don't know if she's still singing or anything, but it just seemed like she didn't get the shine she should have gotten because she was a singer. I think she played instruments as well. I don't know if she wrote her own songs, but I'm just saying she was talented as well. I'm honestly trying to think about the top of my head, like, who else would be enough for the tour as far as females? Because, I mean, no, it should be, I'm just saying around that age group, around that time, but kind of in the same age group between. I'm really trying to think about who the hell else that stands out. See, here's what happened. Now you got that time. I'm not trying to say no complex thing, but I'm really trying to think. Trina was still having albums and stuff like that. You know, she was out. Cause I'm talking about before, like Nicki Minaj, you know, started. Come on, you know, like I said, I'm talking about the time with B2K and Marion was out and all this stuff about. Well, I'm really trying to think about who else would be on if they had the Black Girls Rock Tour. Maybe they want to add Jadwin Sullivan. I mean, she's taking a break now, I guess. But no, that'll be like a soul soundtrack with her. Layla Hathaway. Yeah, that's a whole tour different tour. Like Jill Scott and all them, they were gonna be. That'll be a whole different tour. But if kind of think about it, did they really have no? That didn't even be group. Cherish the group of sisters, but they only had appreciating and a yeah. That's all they have. I know they're supposed to be coming back, but did they have enough songs where you could put them on the tour past one or two songs? You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, y'all. I wanted to point this out. I actually went to the only concerts I went to. Of course, they were all the closest ones I got to were I went twice in a row to Immature, and this is when they were popular. When Marcus Houston, was had that fabulous like flat iron with the bump curls, but bump curls about him. I seen them twice. Drummer Boy and Romeo. Okay, and I forgot who that guy, Quad or whatever his name was. That was singing and whatever. And that was the last concert, like I said, till I seen Eric Badu and Nero's song concert. But all because I went to 9 out of 10, but that none of them were close except the ones who were Immature. And even then, that was like still what Al, K, J, whatever. But I was still closer to them as opposed to the other ones I was at. And Janet Jackson in there, I just only could see the TV. Y'all, I'm so wrong. I keep forgetting that I went to a concert. The last concert I went to was 2 years ago, and I talked about a YouTube video about 2 years ago, and it was like, I think in late August, and it was like, one of those 80s back, type of late 90s concerts. But again, it was so damn far back. We were like, in the bleachers, whatever. You can only see, see people wee, pretty small, and you just see on the TV. That's the best you get. You seen on TV, because you got to squinch to see them. Okay, that's the seats we had. Way back, way back yonder seats. And who at the time we missed Imply Indeed, but we had seen Rakim performing. Rakim and Rum D. I think it was somebody else. I know Rakim was on there. Run DMC ended up coming up there, of course, and we had to leave because my niece had to go somewhere, whatever. I don't think she even ended up going to. But right when they were starting to play My Adidas, I'm trying to remember. I know it was Rakim, and Rakim, don't sweat the technique, and it was Run DMC. Was it any damn body else? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember because I know we had missed it, people, but I could have sworn. It was Rum DMC, and Run DMC, and Rakim, but I don't remember because I don't think Arabic was there. But that was the concert. But I'm trying to remember who else? Yeah, that was only place in. Rum DMC has not performed in the city of Detroit since 1988. 88? 1988? Dang, okay, dang. That's why I just wanted to see, because Rakim came on there, and yeah, so I seen him then. I keep talking about the last time I seen the concert. Oh Lord, that is terrible. Okay. Anyways, y'all, what else did I want to talk about? But like I said, I was just rambling on about the concerts and everything, and like I said, that's the only names I can on top of my head that I can suggest can be in a girls thing, but with girls tour. But when I really think about it, still it was some women there that we could have it. But did they have any like female groups? If you think about most of the female groups that came out around that time, like even down to Jade, SWV, even Brownstone. I mean SWV, are still out back again, whatever. Yeah, aren't they? Did they make another album again? But still, what I'm saying is, I'm trying to think about. No, not Sound Pepper. I'm just trying to think about it. Was there a lot of groups like so you got a Pretty Ricky, but you don't have like another group to have it. Remember that Pretty Ricky, and when Spectacular was in them damn Speedos and shit. Lord, oh goodness. They was supposed to make a group called Buttercream. This is when Pleasure Pete Piper had left, and I don't mean to call Peter Piper. I meant to say Pleasure P left the group at the time, and I forgot who they had. What was it? Lingerie, whatever was supposed to be in there. And they were supposed to have a group called Buttercream. It was a group of girls. Didn't come out. That was the same with Cisco, but I mean, Drew Hill came out before then. They were like the late 90s group. And Cisco had a group. They was supposed to be a group he had, and then they disappeared. But like I said, a lot of girl groups were not out. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, I could think about Pretty Ricky, but can I think of another group besides like Cherish that came out that kind of had stood out? Okay, no, not really. Come to think about it, besides this, that's what I'm saying. So do y'all think, if whoever's listening, and you want to put in the comments, and especially YouTube page, whatever, or comment, do you think, as far as that time frame, for like when B2K and Bow Wow was still popping, and Pretty Ricky, all the people that got on that list, Sammy, whatever, and Sammy, so forth, and still Shanti, stuff like that. Do you think they have enough women if they were going to decide to do mature, many, you know what tour I'm trying to say? Shoot. Do you think they have enough women, ladies, to do the tour that could match that? But come to think about it, y'all, B2K was actually way more popular and mature. Because, if y'all watch Love Hip Hop of Hollywood or listen to the reviews, how they thought they were going to have a tour. No, they not. No offense, but even though Immature had a couple hits, B2K, like I said, still people, even though I haven't seen the movie, they still doing it for Little Saint. If y'all remember, so You Got Served and stuff and everything else. As far as Immature, even though they were in straight to DVD, video, House Party 3, and the original member that left before Little Drummer Boy came in there, and Immature, they were in House Party 3. No, they straight to video DVD was House Party 4, and House Party 3, the original Immature, they had all these people in that movie, including TLC, God rest his soul, Left Eye, but and Bernie Mac, God rest his soul too. Other than that, I don't know if not B2K, Immature even had, like I said, they were popular, but they were not as popular as B2K. Let alone, even Marcus Houston had his own career as a solo artist. He wasn't as popular as Omarion was. No offense, but was anybody really getting a lot of features? I'm just observing, like, okay, Omarion, like I said, even stepping out when he had his albums, he did songs with, he remember he was at Rick Rock's Maybach Music for a minute and stuff or whatever too. I don't know if he's still with him or not, but what I'm saying is that, you more so hear Mario standing out there as far as features. You're doing compare and contrast between Immature and B2K. But Omarion still stakes out there. And even with Immature making guest appearance on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, are people going to remember more? And even before, even with this BS going on with Fist to Flat in April and all this other stuff, people will honestly still remember B2K a little bit more. Like, they kind of were able to go past Immature. Like I said, even though Immature, like I said, was popular then, and they had a couple hits, B2K actually stood out more. Omarion stood out more as a solo artist when to compare and contrast to Marcus Houston, okay? Even though Marcus Houston had one song, Naked, and then that song, they said, He's the Sex With You, that was on BT on Cup. That was it. Other than that, I honestly don't know other songs from Marcus Houston. Or Mario, on the other hand, even before that Supposed to Be, and you got Janae Eco trying to tell guys to eat a boo like grow. Okay. Anyway, still, the famous, doing that famous like Grocery, whatever. Omarion had hits on his first album or his second album. I heard, Sex Plays, whatever it's called, Playlist, whatever. It's good. I need to listen to that. Besides, the only song I heard is Supposed to Be. And what was that song? Speeding, I think, whatever. But I heard that actually that's a good album, so I need to check that out too. I'm just saying, I know this went to another darn thing, but I just thought about it. It's really comparing, contrasting. I went to another subject. But yeah, But do you think women, like I said, in that era, can like match, possibly something like Omarion and the Millennium Tour is doing, as opposed to that? But like I said, they could have just added immature IMX to the roster if they wanted to add them, as opposed to like them being by themselves. Because like I said, immature had broadcasts and stuff. How many people are willing to go to concert? And I can say this as in considering I went twice, 1, 2 to both concerts. They all right, but do I want to see Miss Girl? No offense, but I'm not rushing to see the immature concert. If I had coins by the time even though Marion Bauer get here, me and a couple, my fams would be going to that concert, okay? Now, they sat there and said, immature, want to try again, just do a test run. Who else is going to be there? You mean they're going to be the main people there? They had hits, but did they have that many hits? Marcus Hughes is going to be singing several too, so he going to sing Naked and Sex With You? Because that's the only damn songs I know. No offense, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. Remember that? Okay, we got it. It's interesting also too when the songs came out and they were younger, and so their voices are different. So it'll be interesting hearing songs like "We Got It," "Baby Please Don't Go," "I Will Never Lie Again." I got the munchies for you. That was before Little Boy drummer coming. The other members in there. The song that they had for the the Baby Kids. Nobody gonna tear it up. Immature was popular, but it like I said, not only did it not have the effect B2K, they weren't like groups like New Edition where they can go back and forth. Unfortunately, New Edition is separated again. They were able to go back and forth as being a teenage group, and then still able, they still up there. You know what I mean? They want to make a new album, and they decide to come get reconciled again. All 6 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including Johnny Gill, all 6 of them can go and make a tour together if they wanted to, and people will show up. Okay, it's just immature. Not trying to be negative, but okay, I'll leave that alone. But anyway, y'all, I got like 2 more minutes left, and I ain't got the expansion plan unless I want to redo another not redo, but make a part 2, make a whole nother podcast. I think we're just going to put in the title, like, talking about, the comedy, shows, like, ranting about, like, Comicview or Uptown Comedy Club and, Millennial Top. I maybe just talk about Comicview. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves to everybody. Take care. Enjoy y'all weekend. Stay warm if y'all stay in a cold place. And stay cold if you're in a hot place. We just gonna say it like that. But anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. And like I said, this is my 60 day, y'all. So let me go ahead and do the clap one time before I get out of here. All right, y'all. See you on the next one. God bless.